ما هو أهله، واجزه أفضل ما جازيت به نبيا عن قومه ورسولا عن أمته. فصل على جميع إخوانه من النبيين والصالحين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعل فضائل صلواتك وشرائف زكواتك ونوامي بركاتك وعواطف رأفتك ورحمتك وتحيتك وفضائل آلائك على سيدنا محمد سيد المرسلين ورسول رب العالمين قائد الخير وفاتح البر ونبي الرحمة وسيد الأمة. اللهم ابعثه مقاما محمودا تزلف به قربه وتقر به عينه يغبطه به الأولون والآخرون. اللهم أعطه الفضل والفضيلة والشرف والوسيلة والدرجة الرفيعة والمنزلة الشامخة. اللهم أعط سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة وبلغه مأموله واجعله أول شافع وأول مشفع. اللهم عظم برهانه وثقل ميزانه وأبلج حجته وارفع في أهل عليين درجته وفي أعلى المقربين منزلته. اللهم أحينا على سنته وتوفنا على ملته واجعلنا من أهل شفاعته واحشرنا في زمرته وأوردنا حوضه واسقنا من كأسه غير خزايا ولا نادمين ولا شاكين ولا مبدلين ولا مغيرين ولا فاتنين ولا مفتونين. آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وأعطه الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه المقام المحمود الذي وعدته مع إخوانه النبيين. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد نبي الرحمة وسيد الأمة وعلى أبينا سيدنا آدم وأمنا سيدتنا حواء ومن ولدا من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. وصل على ملائكتك أجمعين من أهل السماوات والأرضين وعلينا معهم يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لي ذنوبي ولوالدي وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات وتابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نور الأنوار وسر الأسرار وسيد الأبرار وزين المرسلين الأخيار وأكرم من أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار وعدد ما نزل من أول الدنيا إلى آخرها من قطر الأمطار وعدد ما نبت من أول الدنيا إلى آخرها من النبات والأشجار صلاة دائمة بدوام ملك الله الواحد القهار. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد صلاة تكرم بها مثواه وتشرف بها عقباه وتبلغ بها يوم القيامة مناه ورضاه. هذه الصلاة تعظيما لحقك يا سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد حاء الرحمة وميمي الملك ودال الدوام السيد الكامل الفاتح الخاتم عدد ما في علمك كائن أو قد كان كلما ذكرك وذكره الذاكرون وكلما غفل عن ذكرك وذكره الغافلون. صلاة دائمة بدوامك باقية ببقائك بقائك لا منتهى لها دون علمك إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد الذي هو أبهى شموس الهدى نورا وأبهرها وأسير الأنبياء فخرا وأشهرها ونوره أزهر أنوار الأنبياء وأشرفها وأوضحها وأزكى الخليقة أخلاقا وأطهرها وأكرمها خلقا وأعدلها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد الذي هو أبهى من القمر التام وأكرم من السحاب المرسلة والبحر الخطم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد الذي قرنت البركة بذاته ومحياه وتعطرت العوالم بطيب ذكره ورياه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وارحم سيدنا محمدا وآل سيدنا محمد كما صليت وباركت وترحمت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ونبيك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء الدنيا وملء الآخرة وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء الدنيا وملء الآخرة وارحم سيدنا محمدا وآل سيدنا محمد ملء الدنيا وملء الآخرة واجز سيدنا محمدا وآل سيدنا محمد ملء الدنيا وملء الآخرة وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء الدنيا وملء الآخرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد كما أمرتنا أن نصلي عليه وصل على سيدنا محمد كما ينبغي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على نبيك المصطفى ورسولك المرتضى ووليك المجتبى وأمينك على وحي السماء. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد أكرم الأسلاف القائم بالعدل والإنصاف المنعوت في سورة الأعراف المنتخب من أصلاب الشراف والبطون الظراف المصفى من مصاص عبد المطلب بن عبد مناف الذي هديت به من الخلاف وبينت به سبيل العفاف. اللهم إني أسألك بأفضل مسألتك وبأحب أسمائك إليك وأكرمها عليك وبما مننت علينا بسيدنا محمد نبينا صلى الله عليه وسلم فاستنقذتنا به من الضلالة وأمرتنا بالصلاة عليه وجعلت صلاتنا عليه درجة وكفارة ولطفا ومنا من إعطائك فدعوك تعظيما لأمرك واتباعا لوصيتك ومنتجزا لموعودك لما يجب لنبينا سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم في أداء حقه قبلنا إذ آمنا به وصدقناه واتبعنا النور الذي أنزل معه وقلت وقولك الحق إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. وأمرت العباد بالصلاة على نبيهم فريضة افترضتها وأمرتهم بها، فنسألك بجلال وجهك ونور عظمتك وبما أوجبت على نفسك للمحسنين أن تصلي أنت وملائكتك على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك ونبيك وصفيك وخيرتك من خلقك أفضل ما صليت على أحد من خلقك إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم ارفع درجته وأكرم مقامه وثقل ميزانه وأبلج حجته وأظهر ملته وأجزل ثوابه وأضئ نوره وأدم كرامته وألحق به من ذريته وأهل بيته ما تقر به عينه وعظمه في النبيين الذين خلوا قبله. اللهم اجعل سيدنا محمدا أكثر النبيين تبعا وأكثرهم أزراء وأفضلهم كرامة ونورا وأعلاهم درجة وأفسحهم في الجنة منزلا. اللهم اجعل في السابقين غايته وفي المنتخبين منزله وفي المقربين داره وفي المصطفين منزله. اللهم اجعله أكرم الأكرمين عندك منزلا وأفضلهم ثوابا وأقربهم مجلسا وأثبتهم مقاما وأصوبهم كلاما وأنجحهم مسألة وأفضلهم لديك نصيبا وأعظمهم فيما عندك رغبة، وأنزله في غرفات الفردوس من الدرجات العلى التي لا درجة فوقها. اللهم اجعل سيدنا محمدا أصدق قائل وأنجح سائل وأول شافع وأفضل مشفع، وشفعه في أمته بشفاعة يغبطه بها الأولون والآخرون. وإذا ميزت عبادك بفصل قضائك فاجعل سيدنا محمدا في الأصدقين قيلا والأحسنين عملا وفي المهديين سبيلا. اللهم اجعل نبينا لنا فرطا واجعل حوضه لنا موعدا لأولنا وآخرنا. اللهم احشرنا في زمرته واستعملنا في سنته وتوفنا على ملته وعرفنا وجهه واجعلنا في زمرته وحزبه. اللهم اجمع بيننا وبينه كما آمنا به ولم نره، ولا تفرق بيننا وبينه حتى تدخلنا مدخله وتوردنا حوضه وتجعلنا من رفقائه مع المنعم عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نور الهدى والقائد إلى الخير والداعي إلى الرشد نبي الرحمة وإمام المتقين ورسول رب العالمين لا نبي بعده، كما بلغ رسالتك ونصح لعبادك وتلا آياتك وأقام حدودك ووفى بعهدك وأنفذ حكمك وأمر بطاعتك ونهى عن معصيتك ووالى وليك الذي تحب أن تواليه وعادى عدوك الذي تحب أن تعاديه. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على جسده في الأجساد وعلى روحه في الأرواح وعلى موقفه في المواقف وعلى مشهده في المشاهد وعلى ذكره إذا ذكر صلاة منا على نبينا اللهم أبلغه منا السلام كما ذكر السلام، والسلام على النبي ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. اللهم صل على ملائكتك المقربين وعلى أنبيائك المطهرين وعلى رسلك المرسلين وعلى حملة عرشك وعلى سيدنا جبريل وسيدنا ميكائيل وسيدنا إسرافيل وسيدنا ملك الموت وسيدنا رضوان خازن جنتك وسيدنا مالك، وصل على الكرام الكاتبين، وصل على أهل طاعتك أجمعين من أهل السماوات والأرضين. اللهم آت أهل بيت نبيك أفضل ما آتيت أحدا من أهل بيوت المرسلين، واجز أصحاب نبيك أفضل ما جازيت أحدا من أصحاب المرسلين. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، واغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان، ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم صل على النبي الهاشمي سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد خير البرية صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه جزيلا جميلا دائما بدوام ملك الله. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله ملء الفضاء وعدد النجوم في السماء صلاة توازن السماوات والأرض وعدد ما خلقت وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إني أسألك العفو والعافية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم استرنا بسترك الجميل. اللهم إني أسألك بحقك العظيم وبحق نور وجهك الكريم وبحق عرشك العظيم وبما حمل كرسيك من عظمتك وجلالك وجمالك وبهائك وقدرتك وسلطانك، وبحق أسمائك المخزونة المكنونة التي لم يطلع عليها أحد من خلقك. اللهم وأسألك بالاسم الذي وضعته على الليل فأظلم، وعلى النهار فاستنار، وعلى السماوات فاستقلت، وعلى الأرض فاستقرت، وعلى الجبال فأرست، وعلى البحار والأودية فجرت، وعلى العيون فنبعت، وعلى السحاب فأمطرت. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء المكتوبة في جبهة سيدنا إسرافيل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء المكتوبة في جبهة سيدنا جبريل عليه السلام، وعلى الملائكة المقربين. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء المكتوبة حول العرش، وأسألك بالأسماء المكتوبة حول الكرسي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة تكون لك رضاء وله جزاء ولحقه أداء، وأعطه الوسيلة والفضيلة والمقام المحمود الذي وعدته، واجزه عنا ما هو أهله، واجزه أفضل ما جازيت به نبيا عن قومه ورسولا عن أمته. فصل على جميع إخوانه من النبيين والصالحين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعل فضائل صلواتك وشرائف زكواتك ونوامي بركاتك وعواطف رأفتك ورحمتك وتحيتك وفضائل آلائك على سيدنا محمد سيد المرسلين ورسول رب العالمين، قائد الخير وفاتح البر ونبي الرحمة وسيد الأمة. اللهم ابعثه مقاما محمودا تزلف به قربه وتقر به عينه، يغبطه به الأولون والآخرون. اللهم أعطه الفضل والفضيلة والشرف والوسيلة والدرجة الرفيعة والمنزلة الشامخة. اللهم أعط سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة وبلغه مأموله، واجعله أول شافع وأول مشفع. اللهم عظم برهانه وثقل ميزانه وأبلج حجته، وارفع في أهل عليين درجته وفي أعلى المقربين منزلته. اللهم أحينا على سنته وتوفنا على ملته، واجعلنا من أهل شفاعته، واحشرنا في زمرته، وأوردنا حوضه، واسقنا من كأسه غير خزايا ولا نادمين ولا شاكين ولا مبدلين ولا مغيرين ولا فاتنين ولا مفتونين، آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد، وأعطه الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة، وابعثه المقام المحمود الذي وعدته مع إخوانه النبيين. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد نبي الرحمة وسيد الأمة، وعلى أبينا سيدنا آدم وأمنا سيدتنا حواء، ومن ولدا من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. وصل على ملائكتك أجمعين من أهل السماوات والأرضين وعلينا معهم يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لي ذنوبي ولوالدي وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا، ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، وتابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نور الأنوار وسر الأسرار وسيد الأبرار وزين المرسلين الأخيار، وأكرم من أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار، وعدد ما نزل من أول الدنيا إلى آخرها من قطر الأمطار، وعدد ما نبت من أول الدنيا إلى آخرها من النبات والأشجار، صلاة دائمة بدوام ملك الله الواحد القهار. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد صلاة تكرم بها مثواه وتشرف بها عقباه، وتبلغ بها يوم القيامة مناه ورضاه، هذه الصلاة تعظيما لحقك يا سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد حاء الرحمة وميمي الملك ودال الدوام السيد الكامل الفاتح الخاتم عدد ما في علمك كائن أو قد كان كلما ذكرك وذكره الذاكرون وكلما غفل عن ذكرك وذكره الغافلون. صلاة دائمة بدوامك باقية ببقائك لا منتهى لها دون علمك إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آل سيدنا محمد الذي هو أبهى شموس الهدى نورا وأبهرها وأسير الأنبياء فخرا وأشهرها ونوره أزهر أنوار الأنبياء وأشرفها وأوضحها.
Hazreti Resul-i Ekrem ve Nebi Muhterem sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem Efendimiz Hazretlerinin aziz, pak, münevver, mutahhar-ı şeriflerine salavat-ı şerifi getirenlerin ahir ve akıbetlerine hayrola. Âl-i ezvacı ve tahiret evladı Resul-iEshab-ı Efendilerimizin sayır enbiya zember sulufiyan hazaratın ervah şeriflerine birimiz Bilallah Habeşi radıyallahu anh Efendimizin mihmandar Resul-i Kibriya Eyüp Sultan Halid bin Zeyd Ebu Ayyub el-Ensar radıyallahu anh Şah Mürşidan Şeyh Hacı Bahattin Şah Nakşibend el-Buhari, Mevlana Celaleddin el-Rumi, Mevlana Ziyaddin Halid el-Bağdadi, Sahib-u Zaman, Kıblet-i İslam, Şeyh Mevlana Muhammed Nazım el-Ekani, Kaddesallahu esraruhu ve hazaratın ervahı için, Hademül Harameyn-i Şerifeyn Yavuz Sultan Selim Han, Ebul Fetvel Mehazi Fatih Sultan Mehmet Han ve Serdar Hakan Sultan Abdülhamid Han cennet mekan, Firdevs-i Aşiyen haziratın ervahine ve amr-i inayetine, alel husus bu caminin manisi sahibel hayrat ve hel hasenat, sahibi Seyf Şeyh Abdülkerim el-Kıbrıs Rabbani Hazretlerinin ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam, müezzin, kayyım cemaatinin ve kahve-i ehliye imanın ervahı için, Allah rızası için el Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammed ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayy ale's-salâh. Hayy ale's-salâh. Hayy alel-felâh. Hayy alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
La ilahe illallah. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nastağfir neşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh. Neşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluh. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve sahabi tabi'i khulafa'ir raşidin mahadin min ba'di. Ve ziremeti ala tahkik. Hususan minhum alel amitim khulafa'ir rasil ala tahkik. Umar el-Mu'minin Hazreti Ebu Bakr, Umar, Osman ve Ali ve ala bakir sahabe-i tabi'in ridvanullah ta'ala aleyhim ecma'in. Ya eyyuhel mu'minul hazirun yetekullah ta'ala ve innallaha ma'allezine tekavellezine hum muhsinun. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Salatu ve selamu ala eşrafil enbiya ve mursalin Seyyidina Mevlana Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecma'in. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, who says in Surah Al-Fajr, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, truly, your Lord is ever watchful. As for man, whenever his Lord tests him by honoring him and is gracious unto him, he says, my Lord has honored me. But when he tests him by tightening his risk, he says, my Lord hates me. No. But you don't honor the orphan, and you don't urge the feeding of the poor, and you devour inheritance with a devouring greed, and you love money with immense love. No. But when the earth is ground down to atoms, grinding and grinding, and your Lord shall come with angels, ranks and ranks, and hell is brought near that day. On that day, man will remember. But how will the remembrance, the zikr, help him then? He will say, I wish I had sent ahead some good for my life. None punishes as he will punish on that day, and none binds as he will then bind. But your soul, you, soul at peace, return unto your Lord, content in his good pleasure. Enter you among my servant. Enter you into my garden. Sadaqallah al-Azim. May all peace and blessings be upon our Master Muhammad alayhi wasalam, the mercy to the universes. Hazrat Umar al-Faruq radiallahu anhu is saying, truly, your du'as, your prayers, your supplications are suspended between heaven and earth, and they are not lifted up until the person sends salawat upon the Holy Prophet alayhi wasalam. Ya Allah, bless and grant peace and blessings to the spirit of our Master Muhammad alayhi wasalam among the spirits, and to his bodies among the bodies, and to his grave among the graves, and to his station among stations, and to his witnessing in witnessings, and to his remembrance when he is remembered. A salawat from us on our Prophet. Ya Allah, convey the greeting to him from us when the greeting of peace is mentioned. Peace be upon the Prophet, and the mercy of Allah and his blessings. Ameen. And may peace and blessings be upon his noble family and his blessed companions. He alayhi wasallam said, the most merciful from my ummah to my ummah is Abu Bakr. And the most serious of them concerning the commands of Allah is Umar. And the truest in modesty amongst them is Osman. And the best in judging is Ali. The masters of the youth of paradise are Hassan and Hussein, and the master of the women of paradise is Fatima, and Hamza is the lion of Allah and the lion of his Prophet. Ya Allah, grant your forgiveness to Abbas and his children, and outward and inward forgiveness, and leave no mistake unforgiven. Allah, Allah, fear Allah. When it comes to my companions, do not make them targets after me. Whoever loves them, he loves them because of his love for me, and whoever hates them because of his hatred towards me. And the best of my nation is my generation, then those who follow them, and those who follow them. The Sultan is the shadow of Allah on earth. Whoever honors the Sultan, Allah will honor him, and whoever hates the Sultan, Allah will hate him. May peace and blessings be upon the masters of the Naqshbandi way, the guides to the prophetic caravan. May peace and blessings be upon the Ottoman Sultans, the guardians of Islam, and upon all those who honor and follow them until the last day. Ameen. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah is the most beneficent, the most merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins his addressing to mankind in the Holy Quran with these words, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Our Grand Shaykh Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Adil Haqqani Qadasullah Sir is saying, O people, try to be friendly with saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you are saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, heavenly blessings coming on you from Allah Almighty and also from his divine attribute Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, Other blessings are coming on you. Another of His holy names, Ar-Rahim, the most beneficent, is coming on you, running through your heart such blessings that you cannot imagine. Therefore say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the order of Allah Almighty. Nothing can harm my servant who acknowledges me, who remembers my Ism al-Jalil, and says Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Not on land and not on water. May the blessings of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim be dressed on him at the level of respect and love he has for me. If he takes heed when he remembers my name, I can make him walk from east to west, or from west to east as he likes. And our Shaykh Sahib al-Sayyid is saying, Allah is saying, say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That is the sword of the angels. Pull the sword of the angels. Protection will reach to you. When that protection is reaching to you, you'll be protected in dunya and in the grave and in akhirat. In these holy words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is introducing Himself to mankind. And especially to the mankind of the Akhir Zaman, the Ummah of His most beloved one. He is introducing Himself to the Ummah of His beloved, saying, I am your Allah, and I am the most beneficent, and I am the most merciful. This is the characteristic that He wishes to be known by. And He has created these universes as a mean to reveal Himself as that most merciful one. He has sent Holy Prophet ﷺ, His most beloved, as Rahmatan lil Alameen, as the mercy to the universes, as a messenger to show the mercy of Allah, the Prophet of Akhir Zaman, the nation of Akhir Zaman. For 1400 years, Muslims were running to the mercy of Allah. For 1400 years, Muslims were running to the mercy of the Prophet. And for 1400 years, Muslims were running to transform themselves, to change themselves, so that they could become a means, the way of spreading the mercy of Allah and the Holy Prophet ﷺ throughout the earth. This is why the first hadith that any student was taught was Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The merciful will be shown mercy by the most merciful. Be merciful to those on earth, and the one in the heavens will have mercy upon you. Our role as Hazrati Insan, our role as Bani Adam, is to show this divine quality of mercy to everything that is on earth, and to discover this divine quality of mercy that is in everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. This was the mission of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. This is the mission of the Sahabis. This is the mission of all awliya and salihin who came. The Holy Prophet ﷺ came with a divine nizam, a divine system that gave rights to the weak and stopped the strong from becoming oppressors. He came with a nizam to bring justice, and He also came with the nizam to bring mercy. The Khulafa Rashidin continued this system. Listen to the words of Hazrat Siddiq al-Akbar in his khutbah when he became Khalifa. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq said, the strongest of you in my eyes is the weak one until I give him his rights. And the weakest of you in my eyes is the strong one until I take from him the rights that he owes to other people. This didn't end with the Khulafa Rashidin. In Sultan Osman Ghazi's wasiyat to his son Osman, Sultan Orhan, he said, keep the rights of the people and the law amongst them. Give the same respect, the same advice to our coming generations. Respect justice, respect fairness, work to remove tyranny, and put your trust in the help of Allah with every work that you do. Protect your people from the tyranny of the enemies. Protect your people from the tyranny of the enemies. This justice that established mercy was the gift of the Muslims to the world for 1400 years. But for the past 100 years, since the fall of that divine nizam, of that khilafat, we have completely lost that justice. We had forgotten that justice. Majority has rejected that justice and that divine system. As a result, we have completely lost mercy. In mercy, it is a light. What takes the place of this light when it is removed? It is the darkness of zulm. We are seeing throughout the world that the dark clouds of zulm have blocked out the light of mercy completely. It has become a normal, everyday thing. And we find no place that is free from zulm, from the palaces of kings to the streets where the poorest people live. Everywhere the system of Dajjal and Shaitan have risen to suffocate the innocent. And this evil system is designed to tyrannize people with cruelty and to spread that cruelty throughout the world. This evil system is designed to take out humanity from man. This evil system is designed to destroy our spirit. So mankind, 21st century mankind, is no longer acting as a tool to spread the mercy of Allah on the earth. The mercy of Allah and the mercy of the Prophet, the mercy of Islam has become a very strange thing, a very alien thing. It has become a thing where even the Muslims themselves reject. When man leaves his mission, when a man leaves his mission, he has failed. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, a servant has failed and lost if Allah has not placed mercy in his heart towards humanity. This kind of mercy is not just saying that you should love everyone and hug everyone and accept everything. This kind of mercy is only possible when you remove zulm and you remove evil and you remove battle from this world. This kind of divine mercy has become alien and strange to people living in the 21st century, especially the Muslims. And instead, they adopt the mercy of Shaitan and the mercy of Dajjal and the mercy of Batil and the mercy of the ego, saying we are going to decide what is merciful and what is not merciful. And we will love whatever we love and we will hate whatever we hate. No longer they're looking to Allah and His Prophet and what His Prophet ﷺ has left for 1400 years. So whatever is happening to us today, it is not from Allah. It is from ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself is saying in Surah Al-Yunus, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, truly Allah does not do zulm to people at all, but it is mankind who do zulm to themselves. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown us in His sunnah, in His way, that when man abandons the mission of mercy, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not deal with mankind with the sifat of Rahman and Rahim. He is saying in Hadith Qudsi, O my servants, I have forbidden, I've made haram, zulm, oppression for myself, and I've forbidden it for you, so don't oppress one another. But we are seeing oppression has become a culture. Oppression and tyranny has become a national identity. It has become an international movement that has gone on for hundreds of years since the fall of the divine nizam. You see institutionalized hatred and oppression that has become so normal that nobody questions. What Allah means for this Akhir Zaman, for people to wake up, that haq and batil will start to separate from each other, that this confusion of Dajjal will not affect the believers. Our Shaykh Sahib al-Saif is telling us about the heaviness of tyranny in the divine presence, saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I don't love the tyrants. the ones that Allah doesn't love, that one is a kafir. Every tyrant is a kafir. Every kafir is not a tyrant. There is a chance for the kafir one day that he will find safety. But the tyrants, until they ask for forgiveness, and they will be sincere with their asking, forgiveness will not be given to them. So many people came to this earth, and those who became obedient, they passed, they overcame their own tyranny, and they went to their paradises. So many came, continued with their tyranny. They carried the loads of this world. They suffered above the ground, and now they are suffering under the ground. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I will not let tyrants to go. I will release my rope on them for some time, but my hand will reach to them one day. These are the words and the warnings of the friends of Allah, giving a warning to mankind. And this warning has not changed for over 1400 years. Anyone who hears this has to ask himself first, am I a tyrant? Do I have tyranny inside? Do I associate with tyrants? Am I supporting this tyrannical system? Do I have a soft spot for tyranny of any way, of any shape in my heart? Look at the world. Look at the presidents and the prime ministers and the armies and the police. Look at the people who is controlling the wealth of this world. Look at the people who is controlling the health of this world. And look at the people who are controlling the religions of this world. And look at the people who are controlling the education of this world. And look at all the people that is controlling and holding in their hands the power of this world. It is very easy to see their complete tyranny. But nobody is questioning that they are tyrants. In fact, tyranny has become a style. It has become a fashion. Everybody wants to live the way that these ones are living. Everybody wants to have a lifestyle that these ones have. And everyone is telling their kids to live their life to be like them one day. Nobody is questioning that these are the evil ones. These are the ones that Dajjal has trained. These are the ones that Dajjal has put his feet on their necks. Except for a very few. Except for our Grand Sheikh and our Sheikh and a handful of people. Muslims, Christians, Jews, believers, unbelievers, imams and sheikhs and priests and rabbis are running to be next to these ones and to be in their private club. Nobody is questioning if they are tyrants. But on the day of judgment, it is we who will stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to answer. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us, were you a tyrant on the earth? What answer will we give? We must be afraid of that. We must be very afraid of that. Believers, Muslims, people who say that they are belonging to tarikats must be very, very afraid of that. When the alim of Haqq, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, was in prison for speaking the truth, one of the jail guards asked him, Ya Abu Abdullah, am I considered to be a helper of tyrants since I have this job? The jail guard is saying, I don't agree with what is happening with you. I don't support this regime in my heart. I just need to work. And I'm a jail guard. I don't agree what they are doing to you. But am I considered to be a helper of the tyrants since I have this job? Imam Hanbal's answer should make anyone with faith to shake. He said, no. You are not a helper of tyrants. The helpers of tyrants are those that comb their hair, wash their clothes, prepare their meals, and do business with them. You are a tyrant yourself. What makes a person a tyrant? What makes a person to be attracted to tyranny? What makes a person to make his heart to be like a stone, that he is numb to tyranny. When he refuses guidance, and when he says, I know what is haq and I know what is batil, and he is surrounded by ahli dunya and tyrants, and they are going to show him the best of this world, and they're going to show him the best of his religion that agrees with the best of this world. And when he makes his heart to become dead to the suffering of others, and when he makes his heart to become alive to the pleasures and the treasures of this world, when he makes his heart to put entertainment and fun and laughing above anything else, that heart becomes dead, and the person, although he may admit he's not a tyrant, his religion has become the religion of his friends. He doesn't know what is right and wrong. So many will reject that there is a difference between right and wrong. We must be merciful to everything. This, when he stops saying that this is haq and this is batil, when this is stop saying that this is justice and this is zulm, when a person cannot understand that in his own heart, he becomes one. This is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the one who is silent about the rights of others is a dumb shaitan. Accepting tyranny is tyranny in itself. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar is saying that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, if you see my ummah afraid to tell the zalims, you are zalims, Allah will abandon them. Allah has abandoned us. For over 100 years, we see zulm everywhere. Holy Prophet ﷺ was warning us about the time we are living in with heavy warnings. He ﷺ came out of his house one day and said, listen to me. And the people said, we are listening. He said again, listen to me. And they said, we are listening. Then he ﷺ said, there will be rulers after me. They will tell lies and they will oppress. Don't believe their lies. And don't help them in their zulm. Whoever believes them and helps them, he will never come to my pond of shafa'at. Whoever believe their lies and don't help them, whoever believes them and helps those ones who are oppressors, he will never come to my pond of shafa'at. He will never receive intercession. So many Muslims now, they are not afraid to say, we believe in intercession. We believe in intercession, we believe in shafa'at, we believe in zikr, we believe in mawlid, we believe in everything that from the outside is only the skin of tasawwuf or the skin of Ahl Sunnat. But when it comes to them understanding what is haq and what is batil, what is oppression and what is not, it doesn't go down beyond their throats. Especially when it is going to shake their comfort. Especially when it is going to shake what they have in this world and what they have put in their hearts and their minds and their families. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing the same point in Surah Al-Ghafir, the surah that is having the name of forgiveness, the chapter of forgiveness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Warn them, Ya Muhammad ﷺ, of the day of the approaching doom, when the hearts will be choking the throats, and when there will be no friend for the zalimin, for the oppressors and tyrants, nor any intercessor who will be heard. Sadaqallah al-Azim. Are we understanding? The zalims are deprived even of having shafaat on the day of judgment. We must run away from that. We must find someone who is able to make us to understand what is zulm or not, according to the way of Allah and His Prophet and the saints, so that we are not going to understand it just as a word. That one is going to show you your own mirror first, to see yourself, to see that idol that you worship inside of you is making the worst tyrant out of you. Someone who will open your eyes and you will sincerely ask to Allah, there is no ilah but you, glorified are you, truly I have been from the tyrants. But Muslims don't want this. Majority of the Muslims don't want a guide to say, you're a tyrant. Move away from the circle of tyranny inside and outside. Most tariqats are not even concerned about this. And most sheikhs don't have the power to face their murids and to say, stop worshipping the idol that you have inside of you. You are a tyrant, change. Or like an idol, you'll be sent to non-existence. Our shaykh, he has the power to teach that to a person. And he is saying, you are under tyranny today, because Allah is saying to us, if you are leaving the way of Allah, then Allah will take the tyrants among you, He will make them to become your leaders, and they will tyrannize you. That's what's becoming to us. That's what's happening to us. If you are remembering your Lord, if you are running after your Lord's orders, then Allah will make this world very easy for you, and He will remember you in the divine presence. You cannot change anything anymore. It is not for us to change. You cannot change anything anymore in this world. It is not for us to change it anymore. It needs a big power to come down to change the wrong direction of this world. So Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying to us, when you reach to the end of times, when you reach to those times when you see wrong, but you are not going to be able to change it with your hands, you're going to see wrong, but you are not going to be able to change it with your tongue. Then you have to turn to your heart, saying, oh my Lord, I'm not accepting this wrong thing. I'm far away from that wrong thing and from that person. And Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, that is the weakest of faith. But you must do that for you to find safety. He ﷺ is saying, when you see the whole crowds running into the wrong direction, then pull yourselves away to the mountainsides. Live alone. Pray alone and wait for the Savior. Wait for Mahdi alayhi salam and Hazrat Isa alayhi salam to fix this world. You cannot do anything. If all mankind come together, they cannot change this wrong direction that is going towards now. Isa alayhi salam is coming down with Mahdi alayhi salam to change it. We are here preparing ourselves for their arrival. And we are here changing our lives so that we may be with them when they come. These are the words of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that we have learned from his inheritor. We have no power, but we can change our hearts. And we are saying that we are hating zulm and we are hating zalims. And we are hating anyone who supports it. And we are saying that we love the Muslim and we want to help the Muslim, those who are being oppressed. And we are wanting the divine nizam to return and to bring mercy and justice to this world. We are saying what our Shaykh taught us to say. Ya Rabbi, if you give me the power, I will stand up and I will change all these wrong things. And I'm starting to change the wrong things with myself. And I'm promising to you that I'm going to live according to your laws, not according to my ego. Ameen. Inshallah. We are in the association of those who have the power to change the direction of this world. And they are giving us hope that the time of tyranny is ending. Sultan al-Awliya is saying, "O our Lord, forgive us, give us strength. May we run to the doing of your servanthood, O Lord. Let us not run after dunya. May we run after your servanthood, O Lord. You are Subhan, you are Sultan, you are Jabbar, you are Qahar. O our Lord, forgive us. Send us a Sahib. The holy ones will come. O Lord, send us a Sahib. O Shah Merdan, send us a Sahib from your pure lineage. May we be lions, not jackals. May we be lions. The human has honor. Watch both your honor and the honor of other people. This is the command of heavens, because Janab Allah is saying, I am the one giving honor to man. If you oppress the ones to whom I gave honor, I will punish you. The wrath of heavens is severe. In response to what the oppressors are doing, heaven's anger will be violent. A Sahib will come as a result of this anger. He will overcome the oppressors. Tawbah ya Rabbi, Tawbah astaghfirullah. We are sinful. May the Sultan come who will train us. What does that Sultan have in his hand? The sword of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That Sultan is saying, I leave oppressors unpunished. I will wreak divine vengeance on oppressors. The Sultan will say, I will never leave oppressors unpunished. And I will bring divine vengeance on the oppressors. May we be dressed with that robe of mightiness. May we keep on the way of Shah Merdan. May we prevent oppression. May we implement the justice that you want from us. May our faith be like the sun. O my sons and daughters, O my brothers, may our faith shine like the sun. This is what our Lord asks from us. Don't be without light. Shine as the sun shines in the sky. We are asking to be under the protection of Allah's friends. We're asking to be free from zulm and zalims. We're asking to be the friends of the Mazlum. We're asking to reach to the time of Mahdi alayhi salam and to be with him. We're asking always to be with our Shaykh. Ameen. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah lazim. الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لله شيء كبير. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح. سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح. سبح قدوس ربنا رب. إن دين عند الله الإسلام. قام الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله
mind, if they are still not understanding their ego and controlling it, and making it to obey, not only controlling it, but making it to obey, making that nafsu amara into a nafsu mutma'in that we're speaking about in the khutbah today from that ayat. All before that it was explained nafsu amara. But nafsu mutma'in, you enter into the garden. So if you are still not understanding your ego and your shaitan, you're still not understanding the dunya, you're still not understanding your hawa, you're still not understanding yourself, Allah can forgive you 1,000 times, but you'll go back to the same mistakes 1,000 times. It's the same as that one that the khutbah is saying. Allah sends something, a good blessing. He says, oh, I'm so blessed. Allah tests them. He says, oh, I'm so cursed, and they start to hate Allah. You understand? Hating Allah. So unless a man realizes this, he's not going to come out from that circle, that cycle. Never understanding. The tariqat gets into the root of the problem. Spirituality gets into the root of the problem. It's not what you do. It's not how you do. It is why you do, for who you're doing, for whom you're doing, and for whom you're doing. Meaning, are you doing it for yourself, for your ego, or are you doing it for Allah's sake? Ego can say, I'm doing it for Allah's sake, but Allah sent messengers. Allah sent the book. Allah did not send the book only. Allah sent the book to the messenger. Allah did not send the messenger to the book. Meaning that the only way you're going to understand the book of Allah is through His messenger, or through His waris, or through those ones that are in the same training, they're inheritors of the prophets. Not everyone. So everyone now thinks they're inheritors of the prophets. Everyone says, I'm going to read the Quran, I'm going to understand the Quran by myself. Why I need any teacher? That's why there is a race now to every year to have translations of the Quran. It used to be, Muslims used to make fun of the Christians when I was growing up, not too long ago, in the 80s, 20, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, let's say. When you have the Muslim debaters, which is not so good to do that. It's not good to do that, to debate, especially about religion. And you were saying you have so many different translations of the Bible, so many different versions of the Bible, correct? There's only one Quran, one Quran. But now we have so many different versions of the Quran now. We became just like them because you don't learn. Learning also is not just individuals learning. Individuals, what can we do? You have to have power. You say individual. Prophet ﷺ was an individual. Hell, he did everything, but he had divine power. He had divine help. If you're individuals, or even groups, or even countries, or even this whole world, if it doesn't have power in any way, divine or worldly, it cannot do anything. They will tell you, oh no, the masses, you have the power. They sell us sell us that what? They sell us that idea that we have the power, we can change. Only if you go out and you say something and you can change. But they understand what the awam is. They understand how we think. The whole thing for over 100 years is how to understand us more and more. So they can control us. The way that they study the awam, believers should be studying our own ego. But believers are not understanding yourself, you're not understanding your ego. But all this social media, all this everything is to understand what makes the awam, the general people, tick. So that you can control them. You can just push one button, they move this way. Push another button, they move that way. When they say something, it means this. How to sell them, how to control them, how to awaken desires from them, and how to sell that desires to them. So what is it that is inside the ego? The ego is there, the only thing, the only creation that is challenging Allah to become a Lord. Shaitan is not challenging Allah to become a Lord, saying to Allah, no, I am Lord. No. Shaitan Shaitan may fool us, but Shaitan is not fooling himself. And Shaitan doesn't dare to say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he knows. But the ego Allah has created and has put us inside of mankind. And unless you know that enemy that is inside, you are going to make the same mistakes over and over again, and you still don't know. So first, of course, you have to have the Sharia, the laws of Allah. And when Shaykh Effendi is talking about the laws and the orders of Allah, he's not only talking about the Sharia, of course he's talking about tariqat. The laws and the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not coming just from the outside, it's from the inside. So that's important. When the whole world has lost this spirituality, it doesn't matter if the whole world becomes Muslim. But if it loses spirituality, it loses tasawwuf, it loses let's say the marrow of the religion, the blood of the religion, it becomes dead. And when it's dead like that, it becomes like a monster. People are controlling it. This is what it is now. 2 billion Muslims. What are we good for? Nothing. Nothing. No good for nothing. We have everything, but we're no good for nothing. Not individuals and not governments. There is very bad police brutality and institutionalized racism in this country. That's true. We must oppose to that. That is true. But there is institutionalized racism and cruelty to an extent that America has never seen in other parts of the country, just next door, that the whole world has become blind to or become used to it, and they don't care. The police put his knee on the neck of the man and he died. Thousands of men, women and children are being tortured and killed right now, today, because of their religion, by individuals, groups and regimes and people of power, and it has been going on for decades. People have grown so tired from them that it doesn't affect them anymore. And who is supporting that? Who is protesting for that? So inshallah Rahman, we have to be understanding as believers the whole picture, so that we are not going to just take one side and be ignorant of everything else, not only what is happening in this present times in all these countries in this world, but also what had happened in the past and what we're hoping to see in the future. So there's if the whole world becomes Muslim, it will become even worse, because what you need is guidance. As Shaykh Maulana is saying, send us a sahib, send us a leader, send us a master. Without that, the master coming with divine power, without that, you cannot do anything, even if you're the majority. You cannot do anything. That's one of the reasons why Shaykh Effendi is saying it's not going to change. Things are not going to change. Don't think that it will change, as he also says, it will change. You will change 10 problems, but tomorrow it will become 100 problems. You will change that 100 problems. You will. But the next day is going to be 1,000 problems. That is the nature of the Akhir Zaman. So it's not to say don't change anything. You may try to change. Change what you can change with yourself, with your community. Run to places where that change is possible. That is hijrah. We're living now as if it is in the time of the oppression in Mecca. Correct? There is no cry now, there's no permission, because the Prophet's Khilafat was not established. Although he was Nabi, he was Rasul, his Khilafat was not established. So there was no permission now to fight. But for 13 years they were there under oppression. It is only when his Khilafat was established, then permission is given to fight. Fight for what? Fight to protect. fight because the whole town now, instead of leaving them alone, the whole city is coming to the small town here to completely destroy them. They didn't finish 13 years destroying, now they're coming to completely destroy everyone. Now you have to stand up and you have to protect yourselves. Now we are living in the time now. It's like the time of Mecca. We're under complete oppression. If you want to find a way to live your life and to live your faith, then make the hijrah. Make the hijrah and wait for the Khilafat to be declared and wait for the permission to be given. Only then it'll be blessed. And only then the direction of this world will change from batil to haqq. Otherwise, you're still going around and around, making yourself tired. But yes, there is complete brutality everywhere, oppression everywhere. We're Muslims, let us first look at ourselves. Of course, other places, other people who are not Muslims, they're also being brutalized, but we start from here. What is happening in the Muslim countries? Let's not talk about Muslims in non-Muslim countries. Talk about the Muslims themselves in Muslim countries, by their own Muslim regimes. Then talk about the Muslims in non-Muslim countries. That the Muslim countries themselves, they have so much wealth and power to do something and they refuse to. So like the Hudbah is saying, be careful, don't support tyranny. If you support tyranny, you'll become one of the tyrants. So many people supporting their own, they become very nationalistic, Muslims. Very nationalistic. But they're not understanding that their own regimes are supporting tyranny. Do you understand how dangerous this is? That even Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he did not support the ruler at that time who was a tyrant. He was a Muslim. He did not support and he was willing to sacrifice. This is the thing. Muslims are not willing to sacrifice anymore. You are so busy collecting from this dunya and enjoying this dunya and having hubub dunya that this sacrifice, why sacrifice? You're stupid it is. What are you going to achieve? Nothing. So they don't sacrifice anything. They don't sacrifice with their lives, definitely not. Not with their properties, not with their time, not with their care. Because if you just sacrifice your comfort that is in your heart to care for these people, some change is going to happen. Some relief is going to happen for these ones. You think it is so difficult? Look at the poverty in Muslim countries. You think it is so difficult to remove the poverty, to remove starvation from Muslim countries? You think it is so impossible? Some of the biggest billionaires are coming from Muslim countries. And these tyrants, of course, they're taking everything that's supposed to be for the people. They're taking, okay, so we say at least give 0.0001% of your wealth just so that they're not starving. They refuse to. It has become like that. When you look back in history, you see all the rich people in the time of the Khilafah, in the time of the Ottomans, they were racing with one another to be generous. They were racing with one another to be generous. Because they understand the key is that if you take care of the orphans and the poor, Allah will take care of you. You cannot take care of yourself. Maybe your problems are so big, your enemies are so big, you cannot fight them, but Allah can. So look to those ones that has the tajalli of Allah and help. Is it so impossible? No. You look at all these so-called third world countries that are Muslims, there's so many millionaires and billionaires from these third world countries. But you look at the people, they don't give them hope, they don't give them food, they don't give them education. And it's so easy to do that. But that nizam, that system, that is preventing it. That is the Dajjalic system. The only system that doesn't prevent it so much, you see it's happening in the West. Especially in a place like America. That even those countries looking at the system in America say, why are you so stupid helping all these people? Why are you so stupid giving them free legal advice and grants and this and that? But this is Islam. This is part of the Waqf tradition. So we lost. May Allah forgive me. May Allah forgive us. May the divine system come back, inshallah. May we be the ones to be in the way to help to bring that system back. Al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum. Any other questions? Yes?
Shame, over the year living in this country, that I've noticed that people who live in this country, they are not attached with their work, with their children, with their wealth. They enjoy their life and they work limitedly. So as a Muslim, we shouldn't be attached with this world for the sake of Allah. Why the Muslims are not doing that in the way of Allah?
Here?
I mean, in general, why Muslims are so much into their dunya, into their children? They are attached with their children more than anything else.
When Muslims leave the traditions of the prophets, they become the worst people. They still have Islam, but they become the worst people, the most selfish people, the most stubborn people, the most arrogant people. When they leave the traditions, they can still have the religion, but they leave the traditions. You're talking about the love of the children. Oh, they hate us because of that, because we say, don't love your children so much. Children, don't love your parents so much. They hate us because of that. They say, no, Allah is saying you have to. Of course you have to. I'm not saying to go against, but I'm saying don't worship. Don't be obsessed with it. You know the difference. Everybody knows the difference. What is obsession? You cannot get it out of your head. You go to sleep with it, you wake up with it. And you can never be away from it. The idea that it is taken away from you, it is terrible. You rather die than that. But they're not looking to the ayats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying this world and your attachments and this world and its pleasures, this world and your children, they are nothing but a confusion for you. Ayats, yes, ayats, but then look at this. Look at the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ. The Sahabe Kiram, were they so attached to their children? Yes, they loved the children loved them. But what were they obsessed about? Islam. What is it that they're worshipping? Who are they worshipping? Allah. So if you want to check whether you are obsessed with your children or not, say to yourself, can I sacrifice my wealth for the way of Allah? Can I sacrifice my life? Can I sacrifice the things that I love the most? And Allah is saying, we will test you with the things that you love. Because for over 100 years this is taken away, and it's like, don't be obsessed with the religion, don't sacrifice for the religion, do it for yourself. So people are used to it. And now there is a blowback that people are saying, no, we have to sacrifice for religion. And these evilish ones in the guise of Islam then says, yes, come to us and blow yourselves up. Come to us and we have to blow your children up. And this is the sacrifice. They get so thirsty from that when someone gives them a poisoned water, they rush to drink it. This is what's happening. Because the basis of nationalism is family. The family is the smallest unit of a society. Correct? So the most important. That is most important. Is that the basis of an Islamic society? No, it's not. It's completely different order, completely different system. And that system, we not only lost that system, we reject that system, we're taught to hate that system. From scholars to normal people, we're taught to hate that system. That when we bring up about that kind of a system of 1400 years, they look at us and say, what are you talking about? This is radical. This is wrong. This is not Islamic. It's not from the Quran. This is not from the Hadith. How dare you say these things? We get that all the time. We don't care. But other people, they care because they say, what goes into my pocket, what goes into my mouth, what is over my head depends on what I say. It's not depending on Allah. It's depending on what I say. Those ones are going to put it, so they have to be very careful, so they don't say. They don't dare to come up and to say to you are a zalim, you have committed cruelty, you have this. They don't dare to say that. If anything, they're rushing to kiss the hand of the oppressors. And the oppressors have meetings and conferences and seminars and all of this, and they're very happy attending. Very happy. Oppressors just have to make show. Oh, Ya Rasulullah. And then everybody says, you see, he's the lover of the Prophet. You see? Doesn't matter that he is drowned in the blood of the innocent people. He's the butcher. But because he's doing this, so Muslims have become completely stupid. If you are in spirituality, if you're looking to your ego, you cannot be stupid. You will not be, because you understand the tricks and the traps of your ego. And when you understand the tricks and the traps of your ego, you understand the tricks and traps of shaitan and the dunya and your desires. You understand that. You say, up, same. So that time you are not going to be tricked. But when you take up tariqat training like this, then everyone is going to judge according to just the physical from outside and what most people like and how you can gain from that kind of association, what you gain from it. They're not looking to see what Allah loves. So yes, this religion is based on sacrifice. This religion is based on the blood. When we no longer look to that as important, we no longer look to that as something that is part of our religion. We say this is long time ago, now it's different. So Allah then removes faith from us. Faith, real faith. We have the religion, but we don't have that faith. And say, just have that religion and enjoy your life. So, in some ways, you look to this country. This country formed itself also because it rose up against what? Tyranny. Leave everything aside of what he has done to people and this and that, but the basis of this group of people that came here, that settled here, that they say we're not going to bow down to a tyrant all the way in England. And that attitude of, no, who are they? We are equal. We're same. We're men. That attitude still, I said, leave aside what has happened with other groups of people, minorities for now, for the sake of argument. But that still, who is authority? Who is the government? Why they have to interfere so much into my life? That has continued, and this is the only country in the world that is doing that. That's why blessings still coming to this country. In spite of all the wrong things that they have done, this country, you cannot compare with the kind of cruelty that is done elsewhere too. And when you see this country slowly cracking, left and right, haq and batil, you're going to see the rest of the world cracking open as well. So, fighting against that there is still, let's say, this belief. I don't like to use the word idealism, but there is still this belief in this country. Yes, they are. That's why the rest of the world look at the Americans like they're so stupid. They are very idealistic. They still hold these ideals. And this is supposed to be most clear, most apparent. They're not running after the world to enjoy it so much. Not in the way when we see. I'm comparing that to the way of certain other people, certain other countries in the world, that if they have 1/10 of the lifestyle here, they'll be completely lost. They'll be drowning in it. But people are here that they have that, they're not drowned in it. They're not really that amazed by it too. If anything, it has become very common and very boring. And they still feel that there is a haq and there is a batil, and people should stand up, and if you do that, you're a human. And they're not afraid. They're not afraid. Of course, they're not afraid because of the law of this country that's protecting them, but they're not afraid. May Allah remove fear from our hearts, inshallah. May Allah make us to be with good people. It doesn't matter if they're Muslim or non-Muslim, black or white, any color, any religion. May we be with the correct ones, with the good ones, with those ones who are trying to become human and to give human rights to everyone. May we be with them and may they be with us. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. I feel awesome. You should drink, yeah. Coffee.
What should we do in this situation with the ummah? Shall we wait until Sayyidina Mahdi alayhi salam appears, or do something like the Ghazwa Hind that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, where an army will appear from Hind and capture their rulers, and hell is forbidden to that army?
You're mixing up so many things there, huh? That has to be unpacked too. The hadith of Ghazwatul Hind, it is not something that just appears just like that too. Because when you're talking about the events of the Akhir Zaman, there is nothing clear in that, which means that the Prophet ﷺ is giving that clear knowledge only into the hearts of the awliya Allah, those that they are given, assigned that knowledge. Everyone else should shut up. Otherwise they're speculating and they're using that. I mean, for 1400 years people shut up about this, you know. You think people don't know this? They know. But they don't spread it out and they don't speculate. They say, we don't know this. These people, they know. Even those ones who know, they say, it's not time for us to speak. We're just going to keep quiet about it. But now everyone is speaking everything, from top to bottom, from head to feet. They're speaking, and there's so much speculation, so much confusion that is coming out from that. The first thing that you're asking is what?
Should we wait for Sayyidina Mahdi?
Should we wait for Sayyidina Mahdi alayhi salam? Why are you waiting for Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam? Because he is the only one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give the power to make changes. If you don't want to wait and you want to go ahead and to do something, you may do that. So many people are doing that, but you will fail. Allah has said that the tyranny and the tyrants and the jababir, the tyrants, they will rule and you are going to fail. Here we're talking about so many different levels. If you're talking about the global level, yes, you will fail. If you're talking about individual, pull yourselves back, live life simple, have a few people around you, don't be so heavy into the system. That time you may live a life that is relatively free from this kind of tyranny. As much as you can. Okay? But you say, oh, are we going to be like that group? That Prophet ﷺ is saying, the people that is going to conquer Hind, that is not coming out from Hind just like that. There is going to be a special army, and this army, it is a spiritual army right now that, don't make any mistake, that is going to be untouched by governments or ideologies or weapons. No. You don't sit and wait. Definitely you don't sit and wait like people who are ignorant. If you are ignorant and you sit and you wait, it's different. If you are a soldier and you sit and you wait, it is different. If you're a bad person and you sit and wait, it is different. If you're one who is waiting to bring down tyranny and you sit and you wait, this wait is also different. Don't confuse the things to say that, oh, you guys are just sitting and not doing anything. Because the soldiers who sit and they wait, what do? They drill, they polish their weapons, they sharpen their weapons, they practice. What do? They don't wait. They are actually going through the motions of war. What are we going through in this tariqat? We are going through the motions of war. But it is war against batil, and first that war has to be against to our nafs and against to our shaitan. Because if you don't know that, if you don't know the war against your shaitan and your ego, then Dajjal will take you and you'll fight in the way of Dajjal against the Mahdi alayhi salam, because you don't know what is what. Black is white and white is black. So, people are going to use the hadith of the Akhir Zaman, and they are already using that. For what? For nationalist ideas. is not like that. And that is going to be a very special group of people too, that is going to be chosen. Not chosen by any premier or prime minister, it's going to be chosen by Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam himself. Shah Effendi is saying it's only after everything is settled that is going to take over Hind. And some hadith is saying it's going to be Hind first and then over there. It doesn't matter. It is not going to be something, the fight, as we think it is, as we imagine it to be. If it is, if you think the fight is going to be nuclear weapons and all of that, we don't stand a chance. We might stand a chance if we have a power that is higher than nuclear weaponry. And that is when the army of Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam will be an army of awliyas, because it is only with the power of the awliya and karamat that you can defeat that shaitanic energy there. So if you are saying to defeat shaitan we have to become like shaitan, you're completely lost. This is what the whole world is saying. That is shaitan. I must become a bigger shaitan in order to control that smaller shaitan. Then where is your faith? Where is your humanity? Where is everything? Gone. May Allah forgive me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Any other question?
I am a murid and I am currently living in India. Is it permissible for a woman to visit the maqam of awliya and family members in India without a mahram? My father was telling his mother to visit her husband's grave, so I wanted to ask, is it right for him to ask her? And also, what manners should we observe when we are visiting?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If you're a murid, I may say certain things. If you're not a murid, I'm going to refrain from saying. I'm going to pull back from saying. And even if you're a murid and your father is telling your mother something, it is a personal thing. I'm not going to interfere into that so much. But if you're asking me, what am I going to say to you if somebody tells you to go, I'm going to say, you're living in India, visiting maqams right now. If it's not completely necessary, try to pull back from it. Depending on the area that you are and depending on the people that you are, try to pull back from it, because even some of the awliyas that are there, they are no longer there. They're pulled out from there. Some barakat is there, but the secret and the realities are elsewhere also. And if you're a murid, you're going to ask me for permission, and I'm going to say, what is the reason for going? If you can give me a very good reason, and you're going to understand that it is going to be a dangerous journey there, and you take precautions, then I say it is up to you. But if it's not really for good reasons, then we're going to say not necessary, especially for women, especially in India, especially in these times. Stay home. What is it that you cannot do at home that you're going to do in the grave? You're going to go there to recite. Stay home. It is acceptable. Because we're living in the times of cruelty and the times of violence. You have to be careful, especially for women. Don't go out on the streets. It's not advice, our Shaykh is saying, for the men to be out on the streets, let alone the women going out like this. Stay home. If you say I have to go there to pray and to offer some Fatiha or some Yasin, say sit home and recite. It's the same. Inshallah. Tamam. May it be easy, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Recently I've been saying Jazakallah to people who have been helping me, but I am being met with hostility that I'm not thanking and grateful to the person who helped, but only thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when my intention was to thank both of them. Is there a way that we can show our appreciation to both without offending the people for the sacrifice they are making when they're helping us?
Yeah, say thank you. Just say thank you. Don't say Jazakallah khair. Don't say Jack. No, they say Jack. Jack. Not Jack, like a jackal. They are jackals, that's why they say Jack. You just say thank you. You know it is coming from Allah. You say thank you. And you know the divine protocol is Allah is saying, if you don't thank the person who helped me, if you don't thank the person who helped you and you thank me, I'm not going to accept it. If you thank until you thank the person who helped you. So that is the divine protocol, which means that you're a believer. You know when you thank someone, it is coming from Allah. You want to thank Allah too. Don't worry, Allah is not going to be offended if you say to someone who helped you, say thank you. You want to do something even more? Not only are you going to say thank you, but you're going to recite one Fatiha for that person. That time you're remembering your Lord, you're remembering that person also. So we say Alhamdulillah, we say thank you. Or in the Ottoman way, in the Turkish way, we say may Allah be pleased with you. See how beautiful, how elegant, how easy, how it just captures everything in a most simple and beautiful way. Allah Rasul. May Allah, and it's coming with Allah first. May Allah be pleased with you. They don't say thank you. I mean, what is thank you also? Thanks you. Some they say, my father thanks me, my mother thanks me, chicken thanks you. They say all those things also. No need. I mean, you can say that. Like I say, if you want to say thank you. But a nice way, what we're saying over here, try to teach that to your children. And when they're growing up, they don't know too much. Their tongues cannot move. They say thank you, okay, please and thank you, very important. And then after that, they grow older. Then don't say thank you. They say Allah Rasul. Okay? That'll be good. Assalamu alaikum. Last question, say. Finish. Anyone else? Any questions? Yes? Yes?
Why is it now in these days that we see that there's no real inspirational figures from any side other than, I mean, from me I see in our way, but you know, like even in the 1960s.
You're very biased. I mean, there's so many inspirational speakers right now, especially from the world of Islam. Every year, every season, they're coming up with new inspirational speakers, no? Men and women. Now, especially in the way of inspirational speech, in the way of TED talks. Muslim way, you know, with a thing walking around, talking like Steve Jobs, you know, talking like this. Men and women, hijabis and imamis, you know, wearing imama and talking like this. Where have you been? Where you live? Under a rock on top of a mountain? Must be. I'm keeping up. There are so many, and they're training people. Everybody wants to be inspirational speakers too. The kind of inspirational talk that you can find in a Hallmark card, and people are lapping it up. People love it. Oh, love of Allah is the most important. You find that kind of really cliche, really cringy things that even the Christians, they left 20 years ago. Muslims are very backwards in that area when they leave the way of the awliya. Awliyas are always forward. That's why it's always like inspiring, because it's something you've never thought about before. They don't feed you something that you already know. They feed you something, say, now taste this. I don't like it. Taste it. It's good. They taste it, and then they say, oh, it's doing this and this and this to me. Say, didn't I tell you? They don't give you these saccharine, sweet sohbats. That does nothing to people, but it makes them sick. So, come up from under the rock and come down from the mountain, you know? No, you know that one? Come down from the mountain? Yeah. So, anyway, yes?
I was just thinking, because even now, like when there's movements, when there's things, they don't quote people from now, they quote people from before. They quote like they're still quoting Malcolm X, they're still quoting Martin Luther King. There's no charismatic leaders now. Everybody's just bland. Everybody's just in the middle.
No, in that context, they only quote people who had sacrificed and who had lived their lives according to their ideologies. Okay? And to live your life according to your ideology or your religion and everything is something that is very dangerous in these days. And most likely you are going to be sacrificed for it. Right? But since that time, there is no real push to produce a second Malcolm. Okay? Or a second Muhammad Ali. Maybe not with the boxing, but with the ideas, with the conviction. They stopped producing people because these people also came out of extreme situations. So they say, these extreme situations will produce these extreme leaders. We don't want these extreme leaders. We don't want these inspirational leaders to be produced. Let's make the situation less extreme as much as we can, so that people will become more happy and they're not going to be so uptight and angry, and they're not going to produce leaders who are going to mobilize people. Meaning, sell them the dunya. One way or another. Either sell them the dunya to make them more corrupt, as in give them drugs to make them more corrupt, or sell them the dunya as in give them worldly honor. You understand? Give them worldly honor, so they will step over each other to get this worldly honor and say this is what we're supposed to get. This is the end of the road for Malcolm and for who's the other one? MLK. This is the point anyway, because all they're fighting for is for, I'm not saying it's correct, this is wrong, but the idea is what they're fighting for is a white picket fence in the suburbs. So if this is what they're fighting for, they're giving us this anyway. Okay, rest of the people they don't give, but we are having it, and maybe in time they're going to have it too. So don't rock the boat, don't sacrifice, don't give this up. So you don't have it, because to have inspirational people, you have to have very extreme situation, and you have to have a reason to fight. When there's no fight anymore, again, when there's no fight anymore, there's no reason to fight. Everyone is sort of like getting what they're, then why would there be speakers? Why would there be anyone inspiring to be up there? If anything, they just have thrown in the towel and become part of the system. Because they say, whether we speak or we don't speak, we're going to get this. And they say, don't speak, be part of the system, you will get this. If getting this is the goal, then why not? You understand? Does it make sense? A lot of people are going to be so angry with me for saying all this. But it's how it is. Hubub dunya. Astaghfirullah. May Allah make us to learn from these examples and not make us to be an example for the dunya, inshallah. We are fearing from our Lord. We are fearing from our Lord's justice. We are fearing from our Lord's punishment. We are fearing our Lord that He will take away mercy from us. And we're asking our Lord to always protect us from the evil of ourselves and the evil of others. And we're asking our Lord not to test us. We are the weaker servants, but with Allah and His beloved ones, we want to be strong to be able to bring down batil in this world. May our lives be on that, may our deaths be for that. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum. This much is enough. Have a good day. Good day. Good night.